Assalamualaikum. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Muhammad AZEEM, for an 11th computer science teacher. These are my contact details. WhatsApp, Facebook page, and any profile. So feel free to ask me if you have any query regarding this online lesson based on paper to past paper. So today we will start past paper as per new syllabus new June 2020. So it's very important, right? Let's start with the first question that is related to PDLC, program development lifecycle. So we have four different stages. In order to resolve a problem using the cycle PDLC program development life cycle. This topic is taken from chapter number 7. Right? So four different stages. We have the first stage analysis, second design, the third stage coding, and the last stage in PDLC cycle testing. So here we have to identify the first stage. So first stage which comes under first option to analysis. So option A is the right option. Second question is related to logic gates. Remember that logic gates is a part of paper code as per new syllabus. Previously, it was a part of paper 1, but now we will have a logic gate topic with paper. Okay. Question is that four logic gates have 5 standard symbols. For logic gates are shown. The first column identifies the logic gate name. The second column defines the standard symbol. So AND gate is connected to the third option. Because it's just like a D shape. AND gate is just like a D shape. So that's why AND is connected to the third standard symbol. The second one gate OR, which is connected to the first symbol. All right. And the third gate is NAND. Remember that NAND gate is just an opposite of AND gate. But it requires an additional circle with the gate. So NAND gate will be connected to the last standard symbol. All right. And NOT is a simple gate which is unique from the different ones. NOT it is connected to the second one. All right. Now, question number 3. We have 3 different ways. Backgrounds of second stage from PDLC, that is the designing phase. In order to resolve a problem to be represented by a structure diagram. Basically, structure diagram is a representation of breakdown or top-down design average. It is also known as chart. Chart is a different from the flow chart. It's not a flow chart. It's a basically structure diagram and is also known as chart. The second representation in terms of its design flow chart. The last stage in order to represent the designing in PDLC brand development life cycle. Pseudocode. Pseudocode is also a representation of an overall. So we have three different ways. Structure diagram, chart, flow chart, pseudocode. All right. Next question is related to validation checks. So why do we need to validate the data? To make sure data is entered into the system to be followed certain rule or specific rule, and then it will be proceed further. Otherwise, data will not be proceed further. Remember that validation checks, it's basically a process to make sure the data is entered into the system must be followed specific rule or certain rule or criteria, and then further process will be continued. Now we have different types of validation checks. Present check, present check, range check, empty check, fourth one is type check, format check. So we have different types of checks in order to validate the data, to make sure the data to be followed certain rule. Then it will be proceed further. Present check data, the data must be filled or must be input into the system. Without giving into data, it is not possible to proceed further. So present check data must be filled. The data must be taken as input. Range check. In this range check, we need to specify two values. First, we'll refer to minimum value, and the second will be referred to maximum value. So in a range check, it will check for both values, minimum or maximum, and then it will proceed further. Third check, length check. It is used to check the length of characters while you are giving input data. Number of characters means maybe letters, digits, or special characters. Type check makes sure your data type, which type of data to be entered by the system or by the user. For example, if the system will consider only whole number value, the type data will check the integer data. And similarly, if the system will allow to enter in string data, so type check will make sure the data must be in the form of string. But the last check is format check. Format check will make sure the correct form. For example, the system date, like system date frame, month, for example, system will allow enter this date, like in this format, month, and then it is separated by hyphen sign, days, and then year. Okay, basically, first, the system will allow to enter the number of months. For example, number of month, that is March 03, and today's date is 19, and 2024. All right, so this is basically you need to follow the form. So format check will check the format. First, you need to enter the month, then date, and the last one, number of year. If you don't follow the format, then format check will not allow the procedure. So we have four to five different types of different checks. Uh, so in this question number 4, part A, describe the validation check we need to use. So it's clear. You can explain these checks, why the programmer would need to use it. All right. For example, how can we implement the length check in this data? Your number must be less than 1,000. It means the system will allow to enter the data from 1 to 999. So it means the system will not allow to enter more than 3 digits. Count this 999 value has a 3 digits. So length check will count the maximum limit of this value to be taken as a report consists of 3 digits. It will not allow more than 3 digits. For example, if you enter like 1001, so 1001 will not be allowed to enter this period question number. All right. A value is always input. It means data must be entered. So which one of the check? Present check. Data must be entered. The second one, you have already done the length check. The length check will count the number of digits while you are giving in the data into the system. And range check is also can be also implemented in this program because the user will enter data positive value. It means must be greater than 0 and less than 1,000. So here you need to specify two values, minimum or max. Minimum value that is 1, the maximum value that is 999. So this is the minimum value, and this is basically maximum value per column. So recheck will check the data in terms of minimum values or maximum value. Otherwise, if you don't follow the minimum or maximum value range, the system will not proceed for it. All right. So this is the basic criteria. How can we implement these validation checks? And the second for double entry check, it means the system will allow to enter the data twice. So double entry check method is basically an example for verification check. All right. Verification check is basically system will compare your entered value with the stored value. All right. So in verification check, your entered data must be matched with the stored value. And if your entered data is matched with the stored value, then it means verification is done and the data is verified. Otherwise, data will not be verified if the data is matched, entered data is mismatched with the stored value. All right. Now, part B. The system, the input value needs to be stored into a variable measurement. Measurement is a variable, and we have already familiar with this term variable. Variable is a type of data structure which can hold a single value at a time, and by using this data structure variable, it means value to be stored into a memory. Now, double data entry method again is a type of verification check, but the pseudocode, you need to write a pseudocode in order to implement this. For example, if you type the password one time and then retype password. So retype password must be matched with the first password, and the system will allow to continue to login process or sign in process. So this is basically double data entry. You need to enter the data twice, and the second one data is should be matched with the first one entered data. So this is called data entry method. You need to enter the same data twice. Then the verification is done. Data has got double entry check method. Like we need to write a code. All right. So how can we implement this code? Pseudocode. For example, message should be suitable message of appropriate message. In order to display it, we will use statement output statement. Right? Output statement. Output statement will allow to show or display elements. Then, for example, message enter measurement. All right. Enter measurement, and this message goes with double quotation mark. All right. It means the message will be shown as it is enter measurement, and then the system will allow to enter the data with the help of input statement. And the variable is already given in this question, that is measurement. So we need to write as it's measurement. All right. Okay. Now, one time data is entered by using this statement for this state. Now, we need to re-enter re-enter the measurement. So again, you need to have proper message with the help of output statement, right? But the message should be meaningful. Re-enter measurement. Re-enter, because we are following the double entry check method. That means you need to enter the same data twice. So re-enter measurement will be shown as it is on the screen. All right, and quotation mark will be closed. Now again, you need to enter the data with the help of enter the statement. Now, variable must be different from the given variable. You cannot use the same variable while you are entering the data again. Otherwise, the same variable will override the data. So you need to use uh, different variable. Different variable name like, for example, different variable measurement. All right, measurement. So variable must be different. All right. Otherwise, if you use the same variable, then it will override it. And now you need to check the measurement and re-measurement data with each other. So we can use, for this purpose, condition-based load structure. In our course, we have three different types of load structure: bottlenecks, while do and while, and repeat that. And while do and while and repeat until these two load structures are condition-based. So in order to validate or in order to verify the data, we can use these two types of load structures only, because these two types of structures are based on condition. And the rest one is bottlenecks. Bottlenecks is not a condition-based load structure. It's just a load structure to repeat the animation, no repetition. All right. So we cannot use to check the data by using bottlenecks load structure. So it means we can use only two load structure, while do and while or repeat. So right now you can use repeat until structure. All right, repeat until structure. Repeat. And because it's a post condition based loop, so it checks the condition at the end. And the condition is written with until statement, not instead of repeat statement. Okay, you cannot write the condition with the repeat statement because it's a post condition loop structure. It checks the condition at the end. So you can write the condition with until statement only. All right. Now, what should be until statement? Because we are comparing the board data, measurement and re-measurement. All right. So measurement equals to which one? The second variable is re-measurement. The second variable is re-measurement. All right. Now, how actually this loop works? How does it work? Repeat until it's a basically post condition based loop structure, and it checks the condition at the end. And if the condition becomes false, then it will continue to work. Otherwise, it will be terminated. It means this loop structure, event loop structure will be terminated when the condition becomes true. For example, if the user measurement value, first measurement value that is 55, for this one, measurement, and the second re-measurement value, the user entered the same value. So this condition becomes true, should be true. So this condition becomes true, 55 equals to 55, then this loop will be completed or exit or terminated. And if we have two different values, different, for example, first value 55 and the second value is 65. So 55 is not equal to 65. So this loop will continue to work. Again, this loop will allow to enter the value, input measurement, and then the second input re-measurement. And if these two values are compared or equal with each other or matched with each other, then this loop will be terminated or completed. All right. Now, question number 5 is we had an issue. That's why this question has been removed from this paper. So we will not consider. We're going to do this question is related to 5 languages, but we will not do this question because this question has been removed from the paper. Question paper and final paper is AZEEM exams. We will have an issue. All right, question number 6. High-level language program, it's a basically user-friendly language. And it will facilitate the programmer to write the code. User-friendly language, it is easy to modify the code and it is written at a software level. So the programmer can be able to write the program in high-level language easily. All right. So what are the features for the programmer or in order to understand by another programmer? All right. For example, let's suppose if I write a program and my written program can be read by another program. So how the other person can easily understand the written program? So you need to give different features while you're writing a program in high level programming. So what are the features? First, you know, identifiers must have meaningful weight. Identifier identifiers must have meaningful name. Meaningful name. What does it mean? In question number 4, we use the variable measurement. So measurement is a meaningful, and the other one programmer can easily identify the purpose of that variable because it is written in meaningful sense. Measurement means measurement variable will allow the user to enter the measurement into the system. So the programmer can easily understand the meaningful meaning. All right. So Identifier must have meaningful name, and you can write the identifier example, measurement, all right? Measurement is set to, for example, 55, all right? So identifier must be meaningful. The second feature, uh, which is not only common in pseudocode writing, but now you need to write comments as well in scenario-based question. That is the last question in your paper. All right. So you also need to write comments. So comments are basically not a part of the program, but comments are very useful for the programmer to understand the lines of code, why these lines of codes have been written in their program. All right. The comments are useful for the programmer. So comment, okay, with use use relevant comments or appropriate comments in pseudocode. Not only in pseudocode, in program. Okay. All right. And use relevant comments in a program. Okay. For example, if I initialize the value of a measurement with 55, so this is a basically process. How can you write a comment in your program or pseudocode? You need to write double slash and then write after the comment. For example, if we consider this example, measurement equals to 55, so this is a basically process of initialization or assign. All right, initialization. All right, initialization, we will assign 55 value to our measurement value. And use, all right, sorry, this is written initialization in the example. Okay. And feature three, use meaningful procedure, meaningful procedures or functions. Meaningful procedure and function and with their parameters. With their parameters. Okay, parameters is a basically we will pass the input value to a procedure or function and which is written in the bracket, round bracket or parenthesis, a small bracket. For example, if we write a procedure name, for example, the temperature record. So temperature, all right. First you need to write a keyword, procedure. All right, procedure is a keyword, for example. And then you need to write the procedure name, for example, procedure name temperature record. Temperature record. And right after, you need to use a bracket. All right. Anything which is written in bracket, it is called parameter. It means this value will be taken as an input and which will be passed to the procedure or even function. For example, temperature record means, for example, temperature is a variable. Temperature temperature. And what should be its data type? First, temperature is the variable name, and then colon sign, and right after its data type. For example, the system will allow to fractional value or decimal value. So this data type should be real. And right after this is completed. For example, if you consider only one parameter, then will be completed with close bracket or round bracket is one thing. All right, this is a basic procedure. So use meaningful procedure and function names with their parameters, and parameters is a basically which is written in the bracket. It means you are giving the data to the procedure and function. So we have done this. Now, this is basically the pseudocode is given. Question number 7. What's the purpose of this pseudocode? To calculate check digit for a 4 digits number. For example, if we have 4 digits like 5, 4, 2, 1. So this is a 4 digit, all right? And then we need to calculate the fifth one digit, which is called check digit. So this pseudocode has been written to calculate check digit. Obviously, the check digit, uh, the fifth one digit, and the remaining 4 digit, it's a basically 4 digit number. All right. Then, right after calculated value of a check digit, then this algorithm need to out or display of fifth digit, including with a check digit. All right. And this algorithm will stop when the input value -1 as the 4 digit. As the 4 digit. For example, system will enter the data 5, it's fine. The system will enter the data second digit value 4, that is also fine. And the system will enter the third digit data 2, that is also fine. But if the user entered the fourth one digit -1, then this program will be terminated. Then this program will stop. All right. So the fourth one digit should not be -1. And if the fourth digit is -1, then this pseudocode will be stopped. All right. Okay. Now, question number 1. Oh, sorry. The question about 7, part 3. Total process. Now, total process is basically all the numbers are added together, right? All the numbers are added together available in the list. So, how can we differentiate the total process to equals to total plus any variable. All right, any variable. And total is set to 0. Now, this one total, which is written at the right side of an assignment operator, arrow operator, it holds the old value or previous one, old value. Our old value is 0. And this total, which is written at the left side of an assignment operator, it holds a current one, a present one. All right. So this is basically difference between these two. And the variable input will be added to the total in order to get the total value. All right. So totaling identify the line number. You need to write, you just need to write a line number. Or you see, or more than one line also. So totaling identify which line number in this totaling. This is it. Total, and plus other variables. So this is basically line number 7 in which you will generate a total. All right. So just you need to write 7. All right. 0, 7. And a count control loop. It's not a condition loop. Count control loop, it means we will not get the condition. And we can get condition only in 2 loop structure while and while every time. So it means the rest one for counter, for the next counter, is a basically counter loop, and which is written which line number 4. And 4 is completed with next. 4 is completed with next. So line number 0, line number 4, and line number 12 is a basically count control loop. So just you need to write the line numbers 0, 4, or 7. Sorry, 12. And similarly, this one, line number 16, and for is completed with next statement, line number 18. So you can also line 16 and 18. All right, so this is basically count control loop, and count control loop is basically 40 minutes without getting the addition. 40, next. And post condition loop, we have already discussed in the previous one question, in the last one question. The post condition loop is repeated. So repeat until it's basically line number 2. Or line number, repeat is completed with end line. Oh, sorry, repeat is completed with until statement, line number 2. So repeat line number 2, comma, 20. 2, comma, 20. Just you need to identify the lines or line numbers. All right, part B, it is related to pseudocode errors and corrections. Now, error number 1. Error number 1. So first we need to identify the data source. Now this number is written with its bracket value or index value. So that it will become an array. Number is now an array. It's not a variable. All right, number is written with its index value, that is a counter, which is written in the bracket form. So now it will become an array. Number is called an array. But you can see in line number 7, total, total equals to total plus 5. But number is written without its index value. Just this number is a variable, and we have already considered this number as an array, which is written with its bracket or index value. So line number 7 is an incorrect. It must be number must be written with its index value in line number 7. All right. So how can we write? It's simple. First, you need to identify the line number 7. Line number 7. All right. You can also explain further line number 7. Use of a variable. Use use of a variable instead of an array. All right. So how can you correct? Simple is that total equals to total plus and number must be written with its counter value. Number must be written with its index value counter. All right. And the same formula, I guess, multiply by counter. Multiply by counter. All right. It's direct counter. So in line number 7, number is written without counter. So number, it's not a variable, it's an array. It must be written with its index value counter. All right. Array number 2. Array number 2 is line number 8. Line number 8. Line number 2. Why? Because until the flag becomes true, it's a repeat until loop structure, then if the condition becomes true and repeat until, then this loop will not continue to go. So flag is not equals to condition is given incorrect. Why? Because our algorithm will stop -1 instead of 0. So if number of counter equals to -1, all right, should not be 0. If the algorithm is written when the 0 input as a 4-digit, that's fine. But we know that this algorithm stops when the fourth 1-digit -1 as the, then it will not, this pseudocode or algorithm will not will work further, it will be terminated. So the condition is given incorrect. So line number what? Line number 2. Line number 8, first you need to identify the line number 8. And then correction is if number of counter equals to -1, instead of Z equals to -1 instead of Z. Now, error number 3 is basically we need to print how many values including with a digit. We have already a 4-digit input, and the fifth one is calculated check digit. So how many digits we have? 5 digits, including with the check digit. So you need to output 5 digits. So in line number 16, counter value starts with 0. So it will print 6 values instead of 5. And the 6th value is not available in this array number counter, then it will generate an error. So must be started with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So then it will be able to print the 4-digit number and the 5th one, that is a check digit, so it can also be printed. So line number 16, we have the error. Line number 16, we have the error. All right. Line number 16. So this we need to write at the line number 16. And it should be started with for counter must be started with 1 instead of 0. Otherwise, how this view will be able to print the 6th value? The 6th value is not available in this add. We have just 5 values, including with the champion. We want to find. All right. So instead of 0. What part C? Again, the pseudocode check. The algorithm does not check each input as a single digit. Means we are considering all the 4 digits together, including with the check digit like this 5, 4, 3, 2, and the check digit for example 1. So this algorithm will not be able to check each digit. All right. So I need to find the place in this algorithm where check should be occurred. Should be occurred. And write also this check in terms of pseudocode. And the pseudocode make sure that input on a single digit and checks for -1. All right. So the pseudocode, which is written in part A, cannot consider as a single digit to be checked. So when in part C, you need to check individual digits. You need to check single digit. All right. So how can we do this task? You need to place this line in between line number 5 and 6. Around line number 5, how can we write this one? So the code for this check around line number 5 or 6 It means you just need to write after, you just need to write after line number 5 here. Here. All right, line number 5, 6, line number 7. Correct? You need to take another input value. Okay. So line number 7, you need to take an input value right after this statement, and you can also write another input, a single digit at line number after line number 4, after line number 5, or line number 7. All right. So you need to take another input value. All right. So again, remember that input values to value to be stored into an array named as number. Right. So first you need to add input, and array name is number, and the index value is counter, and bracket is closed. All right. Now, first you need to give a message, also enter a digit for a single digit. All right. Enter a digit. Just write it after line number 5 or 6, or it should be line number 7. Enter a digit. Quotation mark close. All right. Should be a single digit means you need to check the number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The system will not allow to enter 2 digits data, like 10, 15. This system will not allow to enter the data. So again, you need to validate the data. You need to validate the data. And how can you validate the data? Obviously, we will need to use condition loop, condition-based data structure. Again, we are using the same data structure tools, condition data structure, repeat until. Repeat until first we need to write the code, and then until the statement. Now, how can you check? First, number of counter must be greater than 0. Number of counter must be greater than 0 and less than 0. Number of counter less than 10. All right. Less than 10, and the operator will be used in between these two conditions, and both condition must be true, must be greater than 0, or must be less than 10. Must be less than 10. Or if the then system will not allow to enter, so otherwise you need to re-input the data. If the condition becomes false, then this loop will continue to take the input value from the user. And if you enter the correct value or a single digit value in between 0 and 10, then this loop will be completed. All right. So for this purpose, for this sort of code, the system will allow to enter only a single digit paradigm. Cannot enter more than one digit at the same time. And this loop will be completed with -1 as well. Okay, which is already given. So you can also write or number of counter, number of counter equals to -1. If the user enters the value -1, then this will also this query will be completed or stopped. All right. And the single digit will be application. We are done. Hopefully, you can easily complete this logic with yourself. So do it yourself. Do it yourself. DIY. But still, if you have some query regarding this question about it, so you can feel free to contact me. What's the number? There's the page and LinkedIn profile. So right now, I'm skipping this question, but okay, do it yourself. Okay, question number 9. That is related to tracing along with its flow chart. Okay, so the code is given, so flow chart is given to you, and just you need to complete. Again, this flow chart is based on one-dimensional array. First, one-dimensional array, only one row, okay, having 5 values, only one row, having 5 different values, and it is stored 5 different values. It is stored into one-dimensional array, all right, 1D array. Okay. So array name is X, all right, and the starting position value of the element 1 and next to third position, fourth position, fifth, 5th position. It means this array named as X, which can hold 5 different values at a time. This unlike variable and constant can hold a single value at a time. You cannot be able to store multiple values at the same time. So there is only a type of data structure, and array can hold multiple values at the same time. But again, you can store multiple values, but must have the same data type. So right now the same data type integer 10, 1, 5, 7, 3. All right, this is a basic case statement. FC X That one already is given to you. All right. So let's start. First, no, let's go to the rectangle box or process box. Two different values are initialized to different variables. First one f, the second one c. So value of f is 0, and the value of c is initialized with 1. So just you need to write in their columns where we have, okay, we need to write the second row. You need to write the values from the second row instead of the first line. So here you will not supposed to write anything. So just skip this one, first line. All right. So you will move to second line where the value f is 0 and c is an initialized with 1. All right. We start from the second row. All right. Don't need to write anything in line above first. All right, right after x of 1 is 10. Okay, this is given. X of 1 is 10. So now x of c. C is what? 1. C is right now 1. The x of 1 holds value what? 10. All right. First index position value, that is 10. And then c initialized with 1. C plus 1 means 1 plus 1, then you will get the 2 position. So x of 2 holds what? X of 2 holds the 1. So 10 and 1. The second value is 10 and first value is 10. The second value is, now this is the lesser than sign. So 10 is lesser than 1. First index value hold a value of 10 and c plus 1, 1 plus 1, then you will get the second position. So x of 2 holds the value of 1. So 10 is lesser than 1 condition is not true because the 10 is greater than 1. The condition becomes not true, condition becomes false, then it will move right here. Now x of c what? First index position holds a value of 10. Now 10 is assigned to a variable from right to left, that is t. So t holds value what? Right now 10. Got it? T holds a value what? Because c, x of c and c is 1, it holds the first index position value, that is 10, and 10 will be assigned to a new variable t. Taking new variable q, so t holds the value what? 10. All right. Now it moves to downward. C plus 1 what? C plus 1 means 1 plus 1, 2, and second position holds the value what? 1. Second position holds the value what? 1. Now 1 will be assigned at the first position. C is 1. Right now C is 1 and C plus 1, 2. And x of C plus 2 value holds the value what? 1. So 1 will be assigned at the first index position value of an array x. So 1 will be assigned here. So this value will be assigned at this position. So 1 will be stored at the first index position value. All right. And the second, right after downward, P holds a value what? That is 10. P holds a value what? That is 10. 10 will be stored C plus 1. C already 1. 1 plus 1. Then you will get the second position to be assigned what value? 10 value. Because P holds the value what? 10. So first, second position, 10 will be stored the second position. Like that. All right. So this value will be swapped. One is placed at the first index value at the position, first position, and 10 is being placed at the second index value. Right after, all right. So we have done this. Stages 1, 2, and 3. Now flag becomes, sorry, F becomes 1 now. F becomes 1 now. All right. Values are interchanged with each other. Then flag value and flag value so sorry, you need to enter, you need to write these values here. 1 or 10. All right. Next line. You need to store the next line. All right. You need to store next line. Or the same line. All right. Then you will be able to change the value of F is 1. Here, you know, zeros can be able to change with 1. All right. Then C updated now. C value will be updated by 1. So this hold the value 1 plus 1, 2. So 2 is written over here. 2 is written over at the C column. All right. Now check the condition. C is right now 2. So 2 equals to 5. Condition 2 and false. So condition false. Then it will move upward. Then it will move upward again. Then it will move upward where? This position. All right, this position. So now index value 2 or 1 and 2 or 3. Right now, current value C is what? After the increment by 1, C value 2, and C plus 1 means 3 in third position. So x of 2 means second position holds a value what? 10, and second holds a value. Now you will see the current value. Current value second to index position value, that is 10. And the third index value plus 1, that is 5. All right, now 10 is greater than 5. 10 is 10 is greater than 5. Condition becomes true and false. Again, condition false, then it will repeat all the process same. Okay, and flag becomes false, and all the values are interchanged with each other. C equals to 2, then 3, 4, and now then the C equals to 5. So 5 equals to 5 condition becomes true. Then F is not 0. F right now you have continue to 1, 1, 1. Okay. And then if the F becomes not true, then it will move to again with the initialized value F with 0 and C again is 1. C is again 1 here. 0 and 1. All right. And then it will again, all the values are swapped with each other. All right. And again, the C will get the value 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now 5 equals to 5, condition returns to, and F is already set to 0. Then again, this condition returns to, and then this flowchart will stop. But the final position of the index value like this. 3, 4, and 5. First index value that is 1. Second index value that is 5. And the third index value that is 10. All right, and total is always 2 is always set 10. All right. So this is basically 1, 5, and then 1, 5. And 7 is also. 7 is also. 7 is also. Seven is also. All right. And which index value? 4. At which index value? 4. So I would suggest you to complete this flow chart along with its spacing yourself, with yourself. All right. And also, if you have some query, you can feel free to answer. Now, what's the purpose of this flow chart? Understand what the algorithm represented by the flow chart is doing. Obviously, at 4 index, we have finally set value 1, 5, 7, and 10. So all the values are arranged in their ascending order. So this can be done with the help of which algorithm? Bubble sort. Okay, bubble sort. Bubble sorting means to sort the data, to sort the data. For this flow chart, to sort the data in their ascending order. In their ascending order. All right. Ascending. Okay. Now question number 10 is related to database. And we know that database is an organized form of data structure. We can store the data in an organized form, in a structured form, in the form of rows and columns, in the form of tables. All right. In your course, a single table can be considered as a whole database. All right. So a music streaming service has a new database table, which is named database table name is song. And including with different fields, song number, catalog number, including with the sample, title, author, singer, whether minutes recorded. All right. So song number, what should be created at song number? We can see that, for example, AG 1, 2, 3, including with letters from the next 4. AG 1, 3. So it means if you want 3, what does it mean? It should be text or alphanumeric. Text, or you can also call it alpha. All right. Title, the title of the song, you also text. Recorded. Recorded is basically the song was recorded in terms of date. So you can also specify the data type, date, or maybe time. Time is also a data type. Date is also data type in database. So because recorded, the song was recorded with respect to their date. So it should be its data type, date, or time. Minutes is the length of the song in terms of minutes, 3.75. So 3.75 is a decimal fractional value. So you need to suggest this data type minute. All right. Now, this is basically a structured language. SQL language is basically an order to manipulate the data in database. All right, how to manipulate the data, how to update the data, how to select the fields, how to display, how to apply the conditions. So all these are done with the help of the database as its own language. That language is called structured query language. All right, so this is a basic example. Okay, now explain the purpose of this line. Sum. Sum of minutes. Sum is a function to calculate the sum of all the minutes which are available in the field. So it means to find, for this line, to find the total number of minutes. Total number of minutes. Total number of minutes of music. All right. Second line purpose, count of title. Count of title is count two. It means to find the total number of songs. Count of title is, for example, you have 3 titles, so it means how many songs? 3 songs. The second for this count title to describe, to find the total number of, to find the total number of songs. Total number of songs. The third condition where. So where is a basically clause in database to check the condition. Whenever you want to give a condition in the database, you will use which type of clause where. So we can be able to write any condition with where clause. So where generally is not raw to string data, so it must be enclosed with double quotation mark or single quotation mark in database. All right. In database, you can enclose the text data, the double quotation mark or single quotation mark as well. So available for only available for the general, available for the general is yeah. So there's a three marks, which is unity as name. The string manipulation, because it's a basic question number 11 is a part of the string handling. The string handling. The string handling means how to manipulate the string data with the help of the string handling function. So in our course, we have different functions. The string handling function, len, all right. This len is basically to calculate the number of characters in the string data, len function. The second function in string handling, substring. Substring is a basically process of extracting few or more characters from the string data. All right. But in substring, we have three different parameters. First one, the string data. The second one is starting position of the index where you are going to extract the character. And the third, how many number of characters have been extracted. Our third parameter, how many number of characters have been extracted from the string data. The second parameter means where you will start the extraction, the latter. And the fourth parameter which defines the string data. All right. And the third function, upcase. Upcase means to convert the string data into uppercase. Similarly, we have an uppercase, lowercase structure function, uppercase function instead of code to convert the string data into lowercase. All right. So we have four different functions. Len, to calculate the number of characters in the string data, substring. We need to give three parameters. The substring is basically the process of extracting few or more characters from the string data. Upcase and lowercase is basically to convert the string data uppercase and lowercase respectively. Right. So we will start this question. First, we need to just declare a statement, and we have two variables, p and q, and here p stores a complete string data, whereas q stores a single character, right? So defines the data type, including with keyword declare, declare, and the variable name is p. So p stores your string data that was its data type, the column, string. And what we have the string data? The word. All right. So we need to assign the word. Now remember, right? In between, you have a space in between the and word. So you need to give a space. The word, because it's a split data, the must be enclosed with double quotation mark instead of it. All right. Then it will be assigned to a variable raw. Declare. All right. This is what is assigned. Similarly, we have another variable that is q. So you need to write a q, declare, and the variable name is q. Column possibly is data type because q stores what? A single character. So we have the data type char. CHOR. So character is the type, data type, which holds a single character. Now this key holds what? This key holds what? W. So we need to initialize key. We need to initialize key what? W. But W is it's not a string data, it's a corrected data, and corrected data is pseudo-code enclosed with a single position. Then it will be assigned to a variable Q. All right. So this is a basically process of declaration, and this is a basically process of assignment or initialization. Okay, now convert P into uppercase. So similarly, just you need to write a function, root case, and this one variable P, the UKS of in bracket, you will pass the complete P, and then it will be stored, convert the P, UKS. All right. And then it will be stored in to the same variable. You can also store the same variable P. So it converts its data like the word like this. You add the word like this. All right. The second, find the position of Q in the string data. In the string data P, the first character in the string data is 1. What does it mean? 1. It means like this, the word is word. So start from the first position, that is 1. So you need to write 1. You can if the examiner starts with 0, so you must start with a 0. But right now, the position is started with first. And next position what should be 2, 3, including with the space. Space will also with position. W is at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 139. So find the position of Q. Q what? W. Q is already stored with the data of character W. So W is defined at which position? W is defined at which position? 5. All right. So how can this is basically extracting the character or more characters from the string data. So you will use substring function. You will use substring function. So counter, we already said UKSP, and counter is set with first index position value. So we need to write, we need to suggest your own variables. So right now we are suggesting the position of character in the string data with the help of counter value. The counter must be started with 1. If the starting position with 0, then you need to start the counter value with 0. So right now we are starting the value of a counter with 1. Because the position is already given 1. Second, and you can also position Basically, this counter is basically used for the second parameter of the serve crystal function, how many uh, where you will extract the character, where you will extract the character that is the first. All right. The second, the position is set to 0. All right. Position is set to 0. Then how can you find Q, the first Q character, first position Q, find the position Q, and Q is already W. So we will use the substring function. So the string function. So first is basically you will provide this one data after the conversion in uppercase, that is P string data, and where you will start from, which is the counter value. Second parameter counter, start with 1 because the position is given at the 1. And then how many characters you have there, right? Because if you holds a character, what a single character. If holds a single character, so you can take only one character from the group, and then Q equals to what? Q. Understand? So, Q. Now, how if statement is written with a substring, now how actually it works? P is a basically holds the data after the conversion the word. And the word it starts from 1, 2, 3, space 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. Now, first it's a P holds a one the word, and counter is started with the first position P, and then 1. This one is a basically how many number of characters. So you are going to pick the number of characters you want. All right. So that's why you are taking 1. And this counter is starts with 1. And it is starting from P. All right. And if the condition becomes true, then it means the first P is not equals to Q. P is not equals to W because Q holds what? Q holds what? W. So P equals to W. No. H W. H equals to W. No. Similarly, P equals to no. How can you increment the value? You can write the handle statement. Yeah, there is something with the handle. And if the position, if, the, if this condition becomes true, if Q equals to Q, then we will set the counter to position. And how can we implement a counter equals to counter plus 1? If the condition becomes not true, means that P equals to not P equals to W no. So then else counter equals to counter plus 1. Similarly, counter is updated by 1, then you will get the value counter 2. So it starts from H, then 3, 4. Now at position 4, if we have the counter value 4, counter equals to 4, then W equals to W. You will find. Right after counter set to position. The 4 is set to position 4. Now the position value is right now If the condition butterfly W is found, W equals to W, and position set to 4. And we can easily, okay, and you can also store the position. So we have done this part. Okay. But right now, we will use the position. Okay. So the task says we have to found the value, but the task is I would suggest to implement this to the code with the help of repeat until state. All right, repeat until state, no? And what should be condition on tip? All right, so this task will be done with yourself, with yourself. But instead, if you have some query, you can keep the browse and my contact details. Now, question number 2 I have, which is related to scenario-based question. So we will cover this topic in lesson number part 2 in next week. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.